Hey guys, I'm back with another video, so I'm going to get started. I'm using my Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, Epiduo, and coconut oil, and I usually mix my coconut oil and my moisturizer together because in the winter I have really dry skin, but I ultimately have oily skin. So for my primer, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm using the sample that I got from Ulta, and I'm applying that all over my face. And in this look, in the beginning I became like really decisive whether I wanted to start with my eyeshadow or do my face first. So midway into applying my foundation, I just skipped to my eyes. And for foundation, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in the color NW50. And I'm applying it with a foundation brush from BH Cosmetics. Okay, and now for the base for my eyeshadow, I'm using my matte concealer, the Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW45, and I'm just placing that all on my lid and making sure it's all blended out and everything. And in this look, I'm going to use my Morphe 35P palette that I recently got, and I'm in love with it. So first I'm going to use that light brown shade that I showed, and I'm just going to place it over the concealer just to set it. So I have like a smooth base for my eyeshadow. And now I'm just going to start with my transition color. So now I'm starting on my transition color, and I'm using like a light brown, kind of darkish brown. And for me, a transition color is just making sure that the colors that you do use, it kind of goes into it, so nothing's just placed there, everything's nice and blended. Okay, so now after I apply my transition color, I'm using that dark purple color from my Morphe 35P palette, and I'm just placing that in the crease. And now I'm also getting that lighter purple, and I'm just going to place that all on my lid. And I'm just going to make sure everything is blended out. Okay, so now that I'm done with my lid color, I'm going to go back into my palette and use a black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna put that in my outer corners and into my crease just to deepen it and give it some more dimension. And I'm also gonna use a darker brown as well to kind of diffuse the black, just so it all blends together. Also, another thing, I know like me moving my mouth can be a little distracting, but I was talking and having a conversation with my roommate, so that's her walking in the back. But yeah, so sorry if it's a little distracting, but yeah. So for this particular look, I know I should have said this in the beginning, but this particular look I wanted to do like a purple, darkish, sparkly, smoky eye. So that's why I'm really building up on the black and the dark purples. And right here I'm just making sure everything's blended out. So I'm using a dark brown to blend it out. And yeah, so that's basically it. And I'm using this really sparkly color. And I'm gonna put that like in my inner corner and like halfway on my lid, and I'm gonna spray it with my NYX matte finish spray. You can use a MAC Fix Plus spray, or you can use water. Just as long as the brush is wet, you get the true pigment, and it actually looks better to me, especially for glittery shadows like this one. It makes it more it makes it more pigmented and it stands out more. So that's why I sprayed it. And I'm just putting that on like towards the front of my lid and my inner corner, and I'm gonna blend it out, and you'll see that in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going back into my dark brown and black eyeshadows, and I'm just deepening my crease just a little bit more, just, you know, to get the look that I want. And I'm using my ColourPop's cream gel liner in the color Swerve, and I'm just lining my lash line. And I put a little bit on my crease as well, and blended it out a little bit more just to make it a little bit darker, because I just really wanted this look to be really smoky with the pops of purple and pink. Okay, so now that I'm finished my eyes, finally, I'm gonna go back to my face. So I'm gonna put just a little bit more of my MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in the color NW50 on, and I'm applying it with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And this is my favorite sponge. I really like it. Like, this is really nice, and I'm probably gonna get some more. And so I'm just putting it all over my face and, you know, down my neck and stuff like that, just to make sure everything's nice and blended. So now I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation in the color NW50, and I'm just setting my liquid foundation with that powder. So now for highlighting my face, I'm using my Graftobian HD Glamour Cream, and the colors I'm using are Burnt Amber and Ginger. And I'm just applying that under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And I really like this product. It goes on really smooth, and it's a really great product. I really encourage everybody to get this because it's really nice. Okay, so now to blend out my concealer, I sprayed my Real Techniques sponge with my NYX matte finishing spray. And again, you can either use Max Fix Plus spray or you can use water. I just chose to use this because it was the closest to me, and I'm using that and I'm just blending it out. And you want to make sure this is really blended. You want to make sure there's no harsh lines, and you want to make sure everything is smooth and you don't know where something ends and begins. Okay, so now to contour, I'm using the Cover FX contour kit in the color Deep. It's either deep or dark. It's one of those. And I'm using the darkest shade, and I'm contouring my cheeks. I'm gonna contour my forehead and my nose. And I really love this product because I've been looking for a cream contour, and this is my favorite. And it goes on really smooth. It's easy to blend, and I do encourage everybody to use it, but it is expensive. It is very expensive, but in my opinion, it's really worth it. So now I'm just blending it in. I'm using this, it's an angled brush. I use this to contour and blend in my contour. So I'm just using that to blend everything. And I got this from BH Cosmetics. I'm actually using a 36-piece brush set from BH Cosmetics. So all the brushes that I'm using in this video and all my other previous videos, I use those brushes. And so now I'm going to bake and set my concealer, and I'm using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the color Camel. And I'm just placing it everywhere I put my concealer. And yep. And I'm also going to place it under my contour just to make my contour pop. It actually gives it like it gives your face some really nice dimension, so I like it. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. There's really no rules to makeup. It's just you do whatever you feel like you want to do, and just as long as it looks good, then nobody should have a problem with it. And so usually you could bake for as long as you want. I don't like to bake for a long time because I'm very impatient. So usually I keep it on for probably like 2 minutes and then I wipe it off. And I'm just using this fluffy brush, also from BH Cosmetics. And yeah, so now I'm applying some blush from my Avon Ultimate Mega Palette. And I'm using that blush. And now I am just wiping away the powder that I used to accentuate my contour. And see, it just gives you like a nice, gives you some pop, gives your face some dimension, which I really like. And now to finish up my eyes, I'm using that dark purple, and I'm just placing it on my lash line, and I'm also using a black just to smoke it out a little bit because this is a smoky eye look, so I just want everything to be, nice and smoky. So I'm making sure it's, even on both sides. Okay, I'm using that same light purple shimmery color that I put on my inner corner, and I'm gonna place that on my brow bone. And I'm also gonna make sure that I blend it out. I'm using a brown eyeshadow just to blend it out so it doesn't look out of place. I want to make sure everything is nice and put together and nice and blended. Okay, so now for my favorite part of doing my makeup is applying my highlight. So I'm going to spray my fan brush from BH Cosmetics with my NYX Matte Finish Spray. And I'm using the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the color Topaz. And I'm just applying it on the highest points of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, a little bit above my eyebrows, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And you'll see that in a minute. And I just love to glow because adding highlight to your makeup, it just gives your look it just takes it up a notch. You just look really just radiant. I don't know, it's just, you just look really great and bomb. So, and I also used a second highlighter which I didn't film. I used ColourPop's Wisp, and it's a really nice highlighter. It's really creamy, but I really like it. So that's also the second one that I used. Okay, so now I'm just applying a liner on my waterline. And now I'm going to move on to the lips, and I'm using Vice from ColourPop. It's the Ultra Matte Lip, and as you can see, it's very bright on my skin. But to tone it down, I'm using Limbo, which is also from ColourPop, and I'm using that to line my lips. And basically, I really wanted to do a nude, so I'm just playing with the colors to get what I originally want. And this is a really good nude for women of color. And sorry if I say and like a lot, it's a habit. Yeah. So those are the Christina lashes that I got from Amazon, and I applied those off camera. And now I'm applying my Avon Super Winged Out mascara on both the lashes to blend mine and on my bottom lashes. And I really like those. They're very natural looking, and I really like it. And now to finish the look, I'm just spraying my face with some NYX matte finish spray, and now I'm just brushing my hair. And now this is the finished look. I'm just feeling myself, giving face, serving as usual. And this is the finished look. I hope that you guys really liked it. I enjoyed doing this. I plan to be back with more videos. I know I said that in my last video, but being back at school, it's really hard. But I'm going to put in the effort, and I'm going to put out more videos, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. And thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.